Hi, darlings. Good morning. I thought it would be fun today to do two different eye looks that would look nice with a bright red lip for New Year's. So when it comes to New Year's looks, I'm very much like a smoky eye, power lip like kind of girl. And I thought it would be fun today to just kind of do two different looks that you could do. I'm thinking a smoky eye and then a siren eye. I'm not great at the siren eye, but I'm gonna try my damnedest because it's a trend that I just think is really pretty. Okay, so we're gonna do that today, and let's just, let's get going. I already did my base, like that's done. So I'm gonna use some of this Stuck On You eye primer with like a dense brush. This one's by Crown. I don't use eye primer a lot, but for these looks, I kind of want to, because I want to make sure that the eyeshadow look is going to have like this staying power, you know? Like a lot of times I don't use an eyeshadow primer because I like the way my lids feel, without it. So we're just going to tap some of this on, check and see if it's smoothed out. Yeah, we're good. I like this eye base. I didn't put a lot on. I just put like a little bit on. I'm gonna put more on this side when we do that side, but so I'm gonna probably use a couple different palettes today. I think I'm gonna start with the BLENDBUNNY Cosmetics because this line right here is just like one of my favorites for creating a smoky look. It's quickly become like when I want a smoky, I quickly reach for this palette. So I'm gonna do these here because this silver is calling my name. So let's get a loose blending brush. Let's see. Actually, I kind of want to keep it tight. Let me start with the darkest color first, because I kind of want to keep this like tidy. Do you know what I mean? Like I don't want this smoky eye to I have too many things in front of me. Ooh, why don't we try these Cleona brushes? I haven't tried these yet. Oh my God, don't mind my nails. Don't look at them. They're gnarly. So let's try these Cleona brushes because I haven't really used these yet. So I'm gonna dip into this black. Just don't look at them. I should have painted them before I did this, but I'm having a week. It has been very challenging week for us, and I don't want this video to be a downer, so I'm not gonna talk about it yet. But soon, it's coming. It'll come soon. Okay, so I'm gonna dip into this. Smoking. Every time I see smoking, I just think of, was it The Mask, with Jim Carrey? So I'm gonna apply this black color to my outer corner here. It's weird doing this into a camera, so forgive me if I end up looking away. And then I am gonna take it like I'm taking it like diagonally here. Okay. And I think, you know what? Maybe I'll just put this all over my lid. Let's just put it all over the lid. See, I didn't even dip my brush in again. It just goes a long way, But I did start diagonally. And I do kind of want it to go diagonally because I am gonna. But, so what are your New Year's plans? Please comment, tell me what you're doing. My family is actually celebrating, like my sisters and my dad and I are celebrating Christmas this weekend. So we're pretty flexible. We're pretty laid back people. And most of us have kids, so we want to celebrate our Christmases like actual Christmas Day in our houses and build those memories in our houses. But oh my God, I love how that looks already. And I'm just kind of like tapping it on. I don't know if this is the right brush for this, but it kind of feels like it's doing a good job. So I've never used the Cleona brushes before, and I got them when I ordered their like Halloween bundle. And yeah, I just haven't used them yet. So I'm just packing on this black color called Smokin'. It's really, oh, making a mess. That's okay. It's going to end up down there too. But I like this so much. So much. But I am trying to keep it like somewhat neat. It's hard to do this in the camera here. Do this. But I am trying to keep this like a little palette porn for you friends. Hold on. You're welcome. Enjoy your day. So I'm just packing this black onto the eye. I am going to do a panning goals for the year video coming up here shortly, because I do want to make sure that I'm making my goals like transparent for like the year ahead. Now, I am a firm believer that if you're going to do something, you should just start it. So if you're going to, I don't care if it's like the 15th of the month. If you're going to do something, you should just start it. And the reason for that is, like, for me, I will procrastinate and I will put it off. And then I will never do the thing because I'm like, oh, well, I put it off this long. I guess it can wait more. And it's like, no. I think if you're going to do something, you should just kind of start it to the best of your ability and then build from there. But, you know, are you doing resolutions this year? I don't know. On one hand, I like the idea of resolutions, but on the other, I don't know that I can be bothered. I know that sounds terrible, but it just is what it is. Okay, so I have that black pretty well packed onto the lid here. I am going to take a clean blending brush here, and I'm just kind of going to shear it out a little bit before I come in with this color here, which is called The Look. So I'm just going to kind of blend the edges of that a little bit so it's not so hard to blend, because this is not, let me preface, this shadow palette is really easy. It's really easy to blend. I'm sorry if I look like a hot mess, by the way. That's just kind of how we're operating at this moment. We are, yeah, it's been a week. So I am looking forward, though, to a new year. Yeah, it's going to be a good year, I think. And I certainly am going to carry that positivity with me into 2023. All right, let me grab some of the Look, because I just want to use this. I don't know if this brush is, this might be a little bit too densely packed to blend this out, but we'll see. Levi is awake, and he is next to me over here. So if you hear him talking from time to time, just know that that's because he is completely awake. Yeah. But I wanted to make sure that I got in here and was able to film this. So he is comfortable in his pack and play, surrounded by toys that he is not going to play with in a month. So, all right, I'm just using another clean brush. This is very much like a blending brush. So far, these Cleona brushes, they kind of have like a firmness to them that I don't hate. Like, I don't hate it. I've never used any of their brushes before. But yeah, okay. I like that. I like that a lot. I might actually bring this black smoky color, smoking, I'm sorry, I just can't help myself, up a little bit higher, just because I do have hooded eyes and I want to make sure that I'm not emphasizing how deep my socket is, if that makes sense. Like, I usually will bring a color up just above my crease line and kind of create an artificial crease, just to kind of take the emphasis away from that and make my lids appear to be a little bit bigger than they actually are. I have good real estate, okay? Don't get me wrong, friends, but I just want to give my eyes the appearance, they look like the facade that they're larger than they are. So just in doing that, you see how, like, it makes my lid space look bigger than it is. Just a handy little trick if you have hooded eyes, it's a good thing to do. So, and that's how you see, like, some people who have, like, these really different looks. Like, that's what they do. So, all right, I like that. I'm just blending a little bit. I'm gonna take some more of this color of the Look. Just like that gray, like, it's kind of like a blue-gray color here. But yeah, so New Year's will be spent traveling back. New Year's Eve will be spent traveling back because my husband has to work New Year's Day. So it'll be sent, like, traveling back to, you know, this area. I'm going to go ahead and do my inner corner color while I'm thinking about it because I don't want to forget. So let me see. Do I have a cleaner brush like a pencil? I don't. So I'm going to use this BLENDBUNNY one. Let me make sure it doesn't have shadow on it already. And I'm just going to use this color here, Knockout, in the inner corner. I know most people do this like last, but I just feel like doing it now. Okay. Oh, I like that. Don't mind how messy the underside is. I am going to smoke some more of that black under there. Don't look at my nail. I am going to smoke some more of that black under there, so fret not, friends. It's okay. I've really enjoyed this palette. This has become my like go-to neutral palette. I do love colorful eyeshadow, but I love a good pop of neutral now and then. It's not my usual vibe, but I don't hate it. But yeah, here we go. All right, love. Okay, so I am gonna smoke some more of that black liner. I'm just gonna use the same brush I was already using. I'm gonna tap it off, tappa, just in case there's any like loose, because I don't want there to be a crazy amount of fallout. And then I'm just gonna take it, I'm gonna run it along the lower lash line and just kind of tap it along the lower lash line here. Like, I'm not trying to give myself like full raccoon eyes, but you know, that's kind of the aesthetic we're going for here. Kind of. I love raccoons. They're so cute. Oh my gosh, they're so cute. Okay, we're just tappa here. Like I said, I didn't add anything additional to the brush. I'm just adding. This is really hard to do into camera. Okay, oh yeah, yep, we like this, okay. Now, if you make a mistake doing this, it's okay. You can clean up the edges with concealer. You can, if you're not, if you haven't done the rest of your makeup yet, you can just use a micellar water or and a brush or, you know, whatever, and clean up a line if you want a sharp line. I don't usually go for a sharp line, but yeah, you can. I'm just gonna use that same blending brush again and just a little bit of that shade The Look. Just kind of blend under here. I usually don't take smoky shadows down this far, but you know, for today, why not? So, all right. Oh, I think he's falling asleep. I hear snoring. Okay, so for this, and I don't know if it's gonna ruin it, but we're just gonna do it. So I'm gonna take, let's see, I think this is gonna work. This is a Lunar Beauty brush here. This is like the double-ended one that came in their Life's a Drag palette. I'm gonna take this shade here. And do I wanna do this as like kind of a halo, or do I wanna do this like, in like the center of the lid? Honestly, I kind of love it the way it is, but let's add some silver. So I think I am, because I already did the rest of my face, I think I'm gonna wet the brush. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna glitter primer. Let me glitter primer. So let me grab my NYX glitter primer because that's what I like to use. I have been trying out the Ofra Cosmetics one, and I don't hate it, but I don't feel like it holds as well as the NYX glitter glue. And that just might be my preference, but I've had it for a while, and I recently found it in, okay, I'm just gonna add some NYX glitter primer to like my lid. I'm just tapping it on, but you can use a brush. I'm just tapping it on because one, I'm lazy and I don't want to go get another brush, and two, that's just usually what I do because I'm lazy and I don't want to get another brush. All right. So yeah, we're gonna be spending New Year's Eve traveling back like in the evening. So we won't be doing like the whole ball drop or like any of that. Is that part of your tradition? That used to be part of mine. Okay, so I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna grab this silver color called Accentuate. Normally I like to apply shimmer with my finger, but I'm gonna try to do this here. It's just like a really pretty disco ball-esque like sparkle. You know what I mean? I'm not adding anything additional to the brush, but I am just kind of tapping this like further, just kind of like tapping it, blending it over this way. Like, isn't that pretty? It's so pretty. Like, now I am in front of a window and I do have natural light, so I'm not doing anything like too crazy lighting wise. I'm like, I have my ring light on like the lowest possible setting because I didn't want it to wash me out, and I noticed like the last couple of videos it's been washing me out. So, but like, look how freaking stunning that is. Oh my god, right? There's just something about that black base on there that like, now I'm just gonna stop there. I think that's good. Maybe bring it at like kind of a diagonal this way. Just kind of tap. But like, oh my god. How freaking stunning is that? Right? Right. You're welcome. Like, good job, me. Sorry, I can't help myself sometimes. All right, so that is gonna be look number 1. Let me finish up, and I am gonna put some lashes on. I'm gonna put the Ardell Demi Wispies because I have a pair that's already like to shape that I wanna keep using. I'm just dropping things. Okay, right, be right back. This is the completed look number 1. So I did use the Moira Feelin Free Lash because I couldn't find my Ardell Demi Wispies because they're on this desk somewhere. Don't know where though. So this is look number 1. So we're gonna go ahead and move into look number 2. So let me go ahead and actually let me prime my eyes first. Okay, so I'm gonna use that same Stuck On You primer. And I guess I could have done both of these at the same time. But honestly, I don't use this primer, like, I don't use an eye primer in general enough, I think, to be able to tell you how it would be if it was unset. You know what I mean? Like, normally I use it and then go right into my eyeshadow, but... So, don't mind, I have a little bit of staining right here because I have been rocking a hot pink eyeshadow for the last few days, and yeah. So I'm just taking some of that Stuck On You and a dense brush here. And I'm just gonna work it across, mainly because I want to cover that staining. So, because on this eye, we're gonna try to do a siren eye. So, all right. Now, you can do this a couple different ways. For me, I'm gonna use, do I wanna use a bronzer or do I wanna use an eyeshadow? What do I wanna do? I think I'm actually gonna use a bronzer. So let me use this Midi palette by Ofra. Oh, that's not the right one. I grabbed the wrong one. Okay, hold please. Right. Let's resume. So I'm gonna use this Midi palette by Ofra. It's just a bronzer. There's a highlighter and then like a sheer, like a sheeny bronzer. But for this, I'm gonna use this matte bronzer. And I'm just gonna put this like all over my crease. I want the primer to kind of show through on my lid, and I may use my Done Up palette to just kind of set this part of my eye. I'm sure you could set it with some like transparent eye primer, like a powder, face powder, but I'm gonna just use this one here. Boop, 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 boop. And I'm gonna put this all over my crease. I just like a bronzy moment. If you want a really simple eyeshadow look, like a little bit of bronze, a little bit of your bronzer, whatever your bronzer is. Mine's medium, so, and then just blend it out. I don't like to go all the way up to my brow bone, but yeah. Oh man, I am feeling this. I just want to do both eyes like that and then like go about my day. Like, are you extra? Yes, bitch, I am. 100%. All right. And I am going to use, so that's on. And I am going to use, is that on? Yeah, that's pretty even. Okay. I'm going to use my All Done Up palette. And I think I'm going to use like this. Actually, we'll do this one. So this one's called Natural. It makes sense. It's an apt name. I'm not looking for anything like too specific. I'm just trying to make sure that I grab the correct brush because I don't want to grab one that's like all smoky already. So I'm just going to take this one again. This is the Cleona ones. And I'm just going to take this color Natural. And I'm just going to set the eye primer that's on my lid. I wanted my lid to be just a little bit lighter. Then, do you see what I mean? Like I just wanted my lids are naturally a little bit pigmented. So I wanted it just to be a little bit lighter than what my natural lid is. All right. Oops. I have so many songs stuck in my head right now. It's a little ridiculous. Okay. See what I mean? Just where the lid's just like a little bit darker and then the crease has that bronzer in it. I could have just used this palette for all of it, but I wanted to show you that you could do something different. You don't have to use like, and then you could put a little bit of this on like the inner corner. Why don't we do that? I'm just gonna use my finger because I kind of want it to be sheer. And I'm just gonna put it like this part of my eye, you know, on the lid. Just a little bit of sheen. I'm not looking for anything like That's good. Yeah, that's good. I like that. Just want a little bit of a sheen because we are going to do the siren eye, like the smoky on the bottom and then coming up. If I look tired, it's because I am. Please ignore my excessive tiredness. Yeah, weird week. So, okay, just a little bit of sheen, a little bit of bronzer in the crease, and then we are going to attempt this. Let me get kind of a more detailed brush. Let me preface this by saying I've maybe done this one other time. I'm not the most proficient. I am not an expert. I'm just a bitch playing with her makeup. So let's do it. You can do this a number of ways. I've seen people use like cream gel liner, doing that and then smoking it out with a brush, and maybe let's go that route. I think black eyeshadow is more forgiving, and that's what I was gonna use, but let's just go for it. I rarely use my cream gel liners. So I'm gonna use, this one is by BLENDBUNNY. It's from their All Done Up collection, and it's like, when she released that collection, she really like expanded on her categories, which is cool. So just looking for, yeah, here we go. I'm just gonna take an angled brush. Yes, it is stained. Angled brush. And I'm just gonna take this, and I am gonna use a mirror because I really don't wanna screw this up too much. But this is a cream gel liner. I am gonna put this on my lower waterline and then blend it like along the bottom. So wish me luck. Okay. Whoop, let there be light. I'm gonna put this along my waterline here. Okay, let's start there. Okay. And then I am gonna bring it to my inner corner. I don't know if you can see this on camera, but I really hope you can. And by the way, if you screw this up, it's okay. You can take a Q-tip with micellar water on it and give yourself a little grace, okay? It's gonna be okay. I am gonna bring mine to like this inner corner here, and then I'm gonna bring it up and we're gonna smoke it out. So I kind of wanna map out where this is gonna go just a little bit. We're just gonna go for it like this. I'm just following my natural lash line, okay? If you are a perfectionist, I would like to apologize to you in advance. I don't know if I'm the person for you. Like, I'm very much of the, that's okay, it's good enough personality. So, remember, they're sisters, not twins, and sometimes they're just cousins. So, I'm gonna take a flat edged BK Beauty brush here, and I'm gonna attempt to smoke out the bottom line here. All right. I don't hate how that's coming out, actually. Now, I don't know if the siren eyes goes to the same extent. I kind of want to extend this wing a little bit. I really like that color bronzer underneath, actually. And I haven't decided, well, let's see, we'll figure it out. If I want to extend this way. Yeah, I think I do. I'm just very, very gently tapping with whatever's left on my brush, residual, and just really kind of tapping and just kind of blending a little bit. Like I said, if it's not perfect, it's gonna be okay. We are gonna put a lash on, and I'm gonna put sparkles up here for a little zhuzh. So if it's not perfect, it's okay. Okay. I'm gonna just tappa, because I don't want the inner corner to be so extreme, and it is hella extreme. Okay. I'm just tapping it so it's not quite so harsh, but I kind of want to keep a little bit of the harshness here. So I'm gonna remove a little bit of the excess on my brush, and I'm gonna just try to blend this out a little bit here. You can always blend this out with like a darker eyeshadow, like a brown eyeshadow on the bottom, or that bronzer that you used up here, once it's set. So get it blended how you like it, and then you can always lighten it up with that, or you can remove the excess. And I think I kind of am actually liking it as it is. I just want it to be a little bit smoother on the tail end here. Like it comes down a little bit lower than I was intending, but that's okay. Okay. All right. Okay, so I am gonna put on mascara. I'm gonna put on some sparkles, and I'm gonna put on a lash, and then I will be right back and we will see the final look. All right, darlings, we are back with the completed look. What do you think? Lipstick on my teeth. Good, graceful. So I went ahead and added this lash. This is the same Moira Cosmetics Feelin Free lash here. And then above my crease line here, what I did is I just put like a little, like on a fine tipped brush, or you can do it on a Q-tip. I used a fine tip brush like this, like a liner brush, and I just dotted where I wanted the gems to go, let it set for a second, and then these are nail gems that I got in a set off of Amazon, and they were not very expensive, and they came with all the tools and everything, but I just used these, and just dotted them above my crease. But that is a completed look number 2. What do you think? Which one do you like better? Look number 1? Are you team number 1? Team number 2? Let me know in the comments below. This lip is the BLENDBUNNY Cosmetics Lipstick and Like a Pro. I like it. I totally messed up, and I didn't clean it up all the way because I didn't want to. But yeah, we're done. I think we kind of pulled it off. What do you think? I like both of them differently, and I think that black liner on a brown eyeshadow, or like on a brown eye color, so sexy. So tell me which one's your favorite in the comments below. I love your faces. Happy New Year's. I'm not sure if I'm going to make it to posting before New Year's again. So anyway, enjoy it, and tell me what your resolutions are in the comments below. I love your beautiful faces, and Happy New Year.